And welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. We're joined by the aforementioned Dr. Mark Montgomery of Joseph's Experience, and it's always good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Joe.
Thanks
for having me again.
The last time we had you, it's too long. It was a long time ago, but I'm happy that you come back to talk about this upcoming bike ride. But before we do that, for those people who don't know what Joseph's Experience is.
Joseph's Experience is a local nonprofit, and it is designed to empower and to serve children who, I try to say, have lost their voice through no fault of their own as a consequence of cancer and leukemia. And we aim to serve these populations.
How did you choose this?
Well, it started out as the Montgomery Experience several years ago, and our point of emphasis was different. Our point of emphasis was to just provide a place where people can go. And we quickly learned that our families need a lot more than that. They need help with travel. They need help with getting reconnected to their community, which they do not feel connected with. And they need a lot of support from each other. So revamped the name, and the name Joe was named after my brother, who passed away from non-small cell lung cancer after a battle of 9 months. So between that, I'm a survivor as well. It's a very personal and deep mission for my family. And I tell people you can always tell what someone meant through the actions that people do in their honor. So hopefully through the past 9 years of service, people know what Joe meant to our community and to my family.
Before we get to the bike ride, you're wearing your MVCC golf shirt. You're a dean over there.
Yes, and a proud alum.
Yeah. What are you in charge of over there?
I oversee the Public and Human Services area, which encompasses areas like sociology, psychology, criminal justice, fire protection, education, and so on.
Now, the bike ride is upcoming on what date?
August 24th, about 9 o'clock in the morning.
And you've got a route that goes from where to where, and it's how long?
Well, this year is kind of special because it's our 5th anniversary, and the ride, aside from honoring people impacted by cancer and leukemia, we've always had an underlying theme of saying thank you to law enforcement, first responders, and EMS and fire. I'm a former EMT and a former volunteer firefighter, so those kind of services are very personal to me. So we're starting at the United County Sheriff's Office, and we're ending at Seymour's Barbecue on Route 233, where we're going to reward ourselves with some good food. We'll make sure that's safe for the community.
How long of a ride is that?
It's relatively short this year, and this is about 14, 15 miles. We usually average in the past 5 years between 10 and 15 miles. And our motto is, it's not about the ride, it's about the awareness.
And who is welcome to go on this ride?
Well, anybody who I would say is capable of riding a bicycle 10 to 12 miles an hour. It's not about speed. We take our time. We really enjoy the conversations with each other and the camaraderie. What also separates this ride is we have a community mile. So we ride roughly 15 miles as a group with a couple different stops along the way. And then we meet this year at the Westmoreland Firehouse. And then the community will join us, people, kids, and we did this 2 years ago. Our youngest rider was, I believe, 6. Our oldest rider was almost 80. And they can come and ride a mile in honor of somebody who's been impacted by cancer. So it's pretty robust.
Is there a fundraising component to it?
Absolutely. So this year we ask our donation to be it's a $100 donation. And once you find out what you're getting for that $100, people are asking, how are you making money off this? Well, that's because of our donations from our community partners. Again, with Seymour's Barbecue and some other donors, people are going to get some really wonderful gifts for participating this year.
Now, it is not by chance that you're stopping in Westmoreland, is it? Isn't there a firefighter from Westmoreland that's going to be riding in his turnout gear?
Oh, actually, he's from Whitesboro.
Whitesboro.
That's Jeff Burkhart. Not Whitesboro, apologies. He's from Oriskany.
Okay.
And yes, he's the chief over there. But we do have someone who's very, very special to our community, and that's Brian McQueen. He was the founder of Belief 371.
Yeah.
And he just texted me this morning, not only confirming he's riding in the ride, but he's also going to ride in his chief's helmet. So this year's ride will be a very powerful ride.
Yeah. The age of people that are participating, what do you see them from? Kids up to somebody as old as me?
So, well, you're young considering this, right? So enjoy. Youngest has been 6, the eldest has been about 80. This was pretty remarkable. And we're also led by 2 survivors. We try to give away bicycles as we encourage people to get out and live and not just exist. So the bike ride will be led by Jeff Burkhardt, of course, who will represent EMS and fire. We have a leg cancer survivor out of Waterville, who just graduated from Waterville High School, and accompanying him will be a young lady from Clayville who survived leukemia.
My guess is that it's not by chance that you're starting from the United County Sheriff's Office. You forged a good partnership with Sheriff Mayshall.
Rob is an incredible person to have those relationships. He represents everything that is good about our community. And if you're going to stand for something, that's someone you want to stand with and also serve with, because it just provides so much to these kids. The kids see people who are in fire and EMS and law enforcement as gods. And then they have the opportunity to spend time with the sheriff, as we do every year at our Christmas party. It's an incredible impact on our kids.
He's also, is he not, involved with the, you do a big, which is getting bigger every year, a basketball game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's gotten so big now, it's all day. And matter of fact, for the first time this year, people proposed that we make it a weekend. And I'm not sure if we want to go that route, but it's gotten that big. There's 8 ball games, and this is from kids as young as 8 or 9 years old up into seniors in high school, and the best basketball players, girls and boys, and of course the annual event of pain, which is where police and fire go head to head.
Yeah, don't I see Mayor Palmieri in there too?
Yeah, you don't have any choice.
Yeah.
He is one of the cornerstones of this event, and he has, by far, he is entertaining, and he is a total blast. And to watch him and Sheriff Mayshall talk smack for weeks.
Yeah. Now, you do that at what gym?
It changes. Matter of fact, last year we were at Clinton, and it went so well that they asked, can you please come back and do it again? And we try to move this around the county to involve different communities and to afford some local people who can't get out to travel around the county to come and experience what it's like to be supported.
That's a fundraiser as well, is it not?
It is. It's a fundraiser, but on our end, it's more about, it's another way to give back to our community and to people who suffer, that there are people in the local community who are here to stand with them, and that's the strong connection with law enforcement.
Yeah. Did you ever think what your brother might think of this, that all this is being done in his name?
I hope he's proud. I hope that he recognizes that the love and joy and craziness that he brought to the city of Utica for 19 years has continued, because the biggest lesson I learned from my brother was live for today, because tomorrow is promised to no one. And I think that we are doing well with that mission.
Yeah. The way to sign up, if somebody wants to go ride with you, and it's not a competitive ride, you don't have to be fast, you don't have to, and what did you say, it's 14, 15 miles?
About that, yes.
Not a bad ride on a bicycle. What do they need to do?
They go to our website, which is josephs-experience.com. And outside of good spirit and love to laugh and have fun on a ride, you have to have an appetite, because that's the best part of the ride.
Yeah. And so do they sign up right on the website?
Yes, or they can contact me. My information is on the website. We also have an attorney who's in charge of the riders. All the information is on the website where they can sign up.
Okay. Is there a cutoff for it?
Not at all.
Okay. So just get to the website between now and ride day, sign up, and have some fun, yes?
Yep. And the only thing I ask, if there's people out there who are aware of children who are impacted by cancer and leukemia, because quite often we don't hear about these kids unless they are referred. So we try to get the word out to people. If they see somebody on Facebook or family, and they don't have to be in town. We started a program this year where kids outside of Oneida County will now be able to come to Oneida County and experience our best. Please let us know so we can reach out to them and help.
Good. Do it all through the website.
Absolutely.
Good. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Joe. It's always an honor.
My pleasure. We'll do this all again next week. Until then, don't forget cnyhomepage.com, speaking of websites. Until then, take care of yourself, everybody.